The wind howled through the night, and the waves roared like angry beasts as the crew of the fishing vessel, the Sea Serpent, battled the tempestuous sea. Captain Robert Turner, a weathered man with a salt and pepper beard, stood at the helm, his grip tight on the wheel. His crew worked tirelessly to secure the ship as it tossed and turned on the turbulent waters. For days, they had been searching for the legendary ghost ship lost at sea, a vessel rumored to be cursed, carrying a dark and mysterious past. Stories of the ship had been passed down among seafarers for generations. They spoke of a phantom crew and a captain condemned to sail the endless ocean for eternity, seeking redemption for a terrible sin. The legend told of a cursed captain, Captain Samuel Blackwood, who had committed unspeakable atrocities during his lifetime. It was said that he had traded his soul for immortality, and as a result, his ship was condemned to roam the seas as a vessel of the damned. Many had sought the ghost ship, hoping to find the rumored treasure it carried, but none had returned to tell the tale. As the storm raged on, Captain Turner couldn't shake the feeling that they were getting closer to the elusive quarry. Lightning illuminated the dark skies, revealing the ghostly outline of a massive ship on the horizon. Its sails billowed despite the lack of wind, and a cold chill swept through the hearts of the crew. "Full speed ahead!" Captain Turner bellowed, his eyes locked onto the spectral vessel. The crew obeyed, their eyes wide with fear and excitement. They were about to encounter the ghost ship lost at sea, a sight that few had lived to tell. As the Sea Serpent approached the ghost ship, the crew noticed that it bore no signs of decay or rot, despite its centuries-long voyage. Its mast and rigging were intact, and eerie ethereal lights flickered in the empty windows. The crewmen whispered prayers under their breath, and some even crossed themselves. Captain Turner, however, was driven by a thirst for adventure and riches. He had heard stories of unimaginable treasures hidden on the ghost ship, and he wasn't about to let superstition stand in his way. With a determined expression, he ordered the crew to board the phantom vessel. As they stepped onto the deck of the ghost ship, the air grew frigid, and a sense of foreboding settled over them like a shroud. The crewmen moved cautiously, their eyes darting around, searching for any sign of the phantom crew. But the ship remained eerily quiet, the only sound the creaking of the timbers and the howling wind. They descended into the belly of the ship, where the cargo hold was rumored to hold the cursed treasure. As they entered, they were met with a sight that sent shivers down their spines. The hold was filled with coffins, each one adorned with a nameplate. The crew realized with horror that these were the resting places of the phantom crew, the cursed souls condemned to serve Captain Samuel Blackwood for all eternity. The coffins bore the names of the damned, each one with a story of their own. As they explored further, they discovered logs and journals detailing the atrocities committed by Captain Blackwood and his crew. It became clear that the cursed captain had been a monster in life, and his crew had been forced to carry out his wicked deeds. The crew of the Sea Serpent felt the weight of the discovery, and a sense of dread washed over them. They had trespassed into the world of darkness and malevolence. Just as they were about to leave the hold, a ghostly figure appeared before them. It was Captain Samuel Blackwood himself, his eyes hollow and filled with torment. He spoke in a voice that seemed to come from the depths of the abyss, recounting his sins and the curse that bound him to the ship. In a desperate plea for redemption, Captain Blackwood begged the crew of the Sea Serpent to help him break the curse. He revealed the location of the hidden treasure, promising it as their reward if they could release his soul from eternal torment. The crew deliberated, torn between the lure of unimaginable wealth and the moral dilemma of helping a damned soul. In the end, they decided to help Captain Blackwood in the hope that would lift the curse and spare others from suffering. With the ghostly captain's guidance, they located the treasure hidden deep within the ship, But as they retrieved it, a bone-chilling scream echoed through the ship, and the walls seemed to close in around them. The ship itself seemed to come alive, its timbers groaning and creaking as if in pain. The crew raced to escape the ghost ship, clutching the cursed treasure tightly. As they boarded the sea serpent, they watched in horror as the ghost ship lost at sea was consumed by a whirlpool that appeared out of nowhere, vanishing into the depths of the ocean. They had survived their encounter with the cursed vessel, but they knew that the treasure they had taken came with a heavy price. The crew of the Sea Serpent sailed away, haunted by the memory of the ghostly captain and his doomed ship, forever lost at sea, a testament to the darkness that could consume even the most hardened souls.